Live. We're alive now. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? We just added. Oh, well, there we go. Now we're growing. What's going on? It is Rob the Rogue Jedi, guys. We have an awesome panel today. We are waiting for one more member to join. I just sent him the link, so let's hope that he hops on. But what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having an awesome, Tano Tuesday and also Cosplay Tuesday. There we go. There we go. Where my sabers at? Where the sabers at? We gotta ignite those sabers. There we go. All right. The love is there. Oh, that is awesome. Oh, we got new types. Here we go. There we go. We are rolling deep today.
Cody.
What's going on, new type Sith? What's good, my guy?
What's up, everybody? I have a terrible mic set up, but I'm going to try to keep it on mute for some parts of it. But I'm waiting for Riley right now. So.
Okay.
Nice.
Sounds good, brother.
What's up, everybody? Nice to meet everybody besides Zach, Rob. What's up?
What's good, brother? What's good?
What's good?
So it is Cosplay Tuesday, guys. We are here to have some fun today and hear some awesome stories. So like I said, my name is Rob the Rogue Jedi, and we have Dupree, aka Darth Hater. What's good, my guy?
Hey, what is up?
What is
up, everybody?
We are rolling deep today, man. We got, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 people, guys. This is a full house. This is what I call a party. This is what we call a Star Wars. What is it? Space Wizards and all that type of party.
Space party.
There we go. So, guys, as you know, I am Rob the Rogue Jedi. Oh, if you want, I don't know, Darth Hater, I don't know if you got a saber that you want to ignite. We did ignite our sabers before. If you do have one, you definitely can ignite it before we start. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Mike, Foom Room. You definitely could ignite your saber. I don't know if you got to, but you definitely.
No, I had to run over and get it because it was in the opposite room. But I love this thing.
Okay, cool. So anyway, guys, what's going on? Like I said, guys, we have so much to dive in on. Before we do start the show, though, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. As remember, you're not just subscribing to any channel, you are subscribing to the Rogue side. But guys, anyway, I am Rob the Rogue Jedi, and I'm going to pass it on to Darth Ravenblade. We will go down the line and just kind of all give our names as we are a full house today.
Nice. Well, thank you, Rob, for having me again.
Anytime,
I didn't make too big of a fool of myself last time, so obviously you brought me back. Thank you. But yes, as he stated, my name is Darth Ravenblade, your favorite Sith Lord with the beak. And very excited to be here tonight for Cosplay Tuesday. And yeah, super excited, you guys. So thanks for having me.
Anytime, mate. Thank you. The next one is my brother from another mother, Power of the Force.
What's up, buddy? I'm George. We're from Southern California, Long Beach, and I'm excited for Cosplay Tuesday. We did it last week. Let's do it again.
Hey, any Space Wizard juice?
Not tonight. No. Jedi High Council. Council today.
All right, we'll only keep that on the High Council, especially when Sam's around from Absolute Sabers. We'll talk about that in a second. But anyway, the next one is Mariah.
Yes, I'm Mariah Carley, not Carrie, but I am originally from Kentucky, but I live here in Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. I am a Her Universe ambassador and model, and I've been with the company for over 1.5 years now.
I have to ask. I think we asked. I don't know if we asked Natalia last time, but did you get a chance to meet Ashley Eckstein?
Actually, I met her at Disney.
Same.
I ran into her. She follows me, and I saw her on my last trip that I just went to, and saw that she was at Magic Kingdom, and I messaged her and let her know that, hey, I was in, and she was like, oh, great, let's meet up, and I met up with her. But fun fact, she's actually from the same area I'm from in Kentucky. So, yeah, me and her are both from Kentucky.
Oh, that is awesome. Awesome. So the next one is Natalia. You are next. I know you have a similar story. Well, yeah.
It's kind of similar, yeah. Hi guys, I'm Natalia. My username is simply Natalia. I'm also Her Universe brand ambassador. And literally everything that Mariah said, same. But the only difference is I'm originally from Miami, Florida, live here in Orlando. So that's the only difference. But yeah, I'm glad to be here with all of you guys.
Yes, welcome back. You were on the High Council, right?
I was on the High Council last Friday.
Yes. So now she's becoming a regular. She is a regular.
All right.
She's a part of the family, just as Darth Ravenblade and Para. And also, we will get to Balake. You are next.
Oh, I'm next. Okay. Blake, Clone to Snug is my Instagram, and I'm from Southern California as well. So
Awesome, dude. Awesome. And you also do. Well, we'll get into that later. Foom Bamaroom, you are next.
Hi everyone, I'm Foom. You can find me on Instagram. I also just started a cosplay Discord which is open for everyone to join if they want to meet new cosplayers and just get tips and tricks from cosplayers. I'm also from Florida, and I have loved Star Wars since I was 3 years old, and I do a Luke Skywalker cosplay. I'm working on an Obi-Wan cosplay, and yeah, that's me.
Awesome stuff. New type Sith, my man. You are up.
Yo, I'm a new type Sith, Cody from Tampa, Florida, but moved out to Minneapolis, Minnesota. I have a YouTube just doing lightsaber reviews and all sorts of other like nerdy stuff like anime and Gundam and all that cool stuff. And this is Riley.
Hi, Riley, Spooky Things Designs. I am a costume designer, and I'm from Minnesota, live in Minnesota.
Not too bad.
Hi, Riley.
He's like, hi, I know you. And last but not least, Darth Hater. What's good, bro? You are next. Oh no, did we lose him? No, did we lose him? Is he here still? All right. Well,
he's logging.
He's logging back. Okay, cool. There we go.
Oh, he's gone.
No, all good. Darth Hater, if you are there, I see the helmets. I love the helmet. I love the background. Better than my background. It's just,
That's a flex.
I know my background's just figures. I don't really got much. I wish. But all right, I guess we'll wait for him to come back. So, guys, for whoever's watching, we have a whole lineup here of just awesome cosplayers. I do want to give a shout out to Darth Juliet, who is always here. Kyberphonic, what's going on, my guy? Showing some love. Thank you so much.
Kyber Daddy.
Awesome stuff. But guys, I want to talk about each and I want to talk about your guys' experience. So like with the cosplay community, what is like the best cosplay that you guys have done? Oh, there we go, Darth Vader, you're back. There we go. He's back. What's good, bro? Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, bro. Give me a second.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. He's back. So I don't know if can you hear me now? Oh, for you. Oh, there you go. All right. Well, I think we'll get back to it in a second. But anyway, so I did want to ask. Okay, so Darth Raven, what got you into the whole lightsaber community? Before we keep going.
For me, just growing up with my dad, like he always put a big emphasis on Star Wars and stuff, and I don't know, like I mean, I feel like a lightsaber is a universal tool to like bridge a conversation with anybody, right? Like I may not look like a very interesting person, but when I walk in and I have this fully ignited, like you may at least be like, okay, well I want to have at least a conversation with you, definitely swing it. So yeah, I feel like lightsabers and Star Wars is just literally the funnest universe that was ever created, and it for so many reasons it bridges people, and
it does.
Everybody has some kind of emotional connection to it, even if they don't realize it. So
it is true. It is true. I mean, look at me and you, bro. I mean, I'm in more of the news aspect, like the community wise, and like literally like you and me connected, and now we're like brothers, bro. So it's
for sure
awesome. So I mean,
Rob and I were on the phone for like what 2.5 hours before this, so like,
literally, and that's what it's about, like building these relationships, and also too, like with George from Power of the Force is like, you know, he's another one as well, a good brother of mine. Like I really have built something, and it's truly amazing the relationships, as you said, that you built here. So the community is definitely awesome. Darth Hater, I see the connection's working now. We're good.
Yeah, we're good. Finally, we're good.
We're here. So no, I was asking before. I guess like introduce and then a little bit about yourself.
Oh well, I'm Darth Hater. Live here in Southern California, Orange County, LA area. I'm in the 501st Legion, Rebel Legion, Saber Guild. Yeah, and I do a bunch of fan films and acting.
So I do have to say I am gonna blow up the spot. For those of you who don't know, Darth Hater, aka Dupree, is in Star Wars Theory's fan film. It's Shards of the Past, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
Shards of the Past.
Yes. If you haven't seen that, go watch it. It is truly amazing. And dude, to have you on is such a blessing. So thank you so much. Because I mean, I've told George,
man,
I love your work, and it's truly something amazing that you do, bro. And I know you the other day literally got to you were, I think, at UCN State, right? I don't know the actual college name or university. Is that it?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Oh no, you were at one of the universities, I think last week, right? Where I think Entertainment Tonight was.
Oh, USC. He was at USC.
Oh yeah, yeah, I was at USC the other week for May 4th. For my friend is he's like the biggest agent in Hollywood. Nice. And he's basically that guy. Whenever he calls, you do, he calls you to ask to do something, you do it. Yeah. He knows a million people, so it's like anytime you ask me to do something for him, I'm usually there.
No wonder we couldn't go live. Darth Dupree. We were supposed to go live. You were like, bro, I got this important phone call, and I was like, all right, it's all good.
Now you know. Now it's on YouTube. Why? Now it's here. No, that's awesome, dude. I mean, and did you get to meet anybody big there?
I'm sorry. What would you say? The connection's kind of bad.
No. I was saying that. Did you get to meet anybody big there at that event?
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of people there. We got to interview Mark Hamill and his wife. Wow. Literally the majority of the Star Wars cast. Awesome. Andrew Lincoln from Walking Dead was there.
Ooh.
Rick. Who else was there? Radio Speedwagon was there. LL Cool J was there. There's a lot of people there. It's hard to, just throw random people out there like that.
I saw your post. You had the composer. What's his name from Mandalorian? Ludwig.
Ludwig. Göransson. He was there. Pedro Pascal and Kelly Marie Tran was there.
That's awesome, dude. Wow, man, I heard Cool J. That just brought back "I'm gonna knock you out." Mama said knock you out. That's the first thing I thought.
Yeah, man, they're like really good friends. They're like really, really good friends. So every time he does something, LL is usually there.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Awesome guy though, man. I mean, I've heard great stories. My mom actually got to meet him actually, and she said that he's a really down to earth guy. LL.
So he's really cool. He's a really cool dude. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, dude, man. Well, like I said, man, it's such an honor to have you on. So thank you for being on with this amazing cast, as I am so grateful to have each and every one of you on and talk Star Wars in just a bit, but I do want to get into everybody's background. So that's an awesome one. We'll go with Para. I know you as well were a part of the 501st, but you could go into that more.
I joined the 501st in 2001.
Yeah.
I met a few guys during the Phantom Menace era and stuff, right before Attack of the Clones, and I had just bought my Stormtrooper kit and assembled it, put it all together. I got a little help from one of the guys, and I joined the 501st back then, and till about about 2013, 14, or something like that. Then I had a family and stuff, but that's a different story. But I've been a Star Wars fan since I was 5 years old. I saw Empire Strikes Back in the theater, so that's how far I go back, and I guess I'm old as dirt, I guess, so.
But you still got the look. You still got the look, Papa.
I know I had that whole experience and stuff, and saw Return. I remember clear as day, Return of the Jedi in the theater and stuff, and definitely been loving Star Wars since then. So, and then we had that whole break of '83 of Return of the Jedi all the way until 1999 for Phantom Menace. So.
Yeah,
all those years I was like, oh my God, we'll never have another Star Wars. Return of the Jedi was the last movie, and that'll be it. And I was like, oh man. So when I heard the news of Phantom Menace, oh man, it was so thrilling and exciting to get it back, from Grandpa George Lucas and stuff. So
Grandpa.
maker, he came back and he did another trilogy, and it was like, it's been blowing up since then, right? I mean, we've had a lot of Star Wars content since then. So, yeah, I've been a fan for a long time. Definitely a long time.
That's awesome, dude. Thank you for hopping on as well, man. The next one I'm gonna do is Mariah, not Carrie, not Carrie,
Yes.
not Carrie. So go ahead, Mariah. What got you into cosplay?
Well, like everyone else, Star Wars, but it wasn't until Force Awakens came out that I discovered Star Wars again. I was always like kind of like I was really into Clone Wars, of course, back in when I think it came out in 2008, so I was in middle school. But I was always kind of like a closet nerd because where I went to school, it was not okay to be a Star Wars fan or any kind of fan, actually. So I kind of kept it a secret, but it wasn't until her universe came out and like Force Awakens that it was okay to be a Star Wars fan again. And then I found this community with social media blowing up and really getting into meeting the community. Then it wasn't until about a year ago that I got into cosplaying that I found some girls that obviously are famous, have thousands of followers, and gave me the courage of, hey, you can do this. And I was like, okay. And now I spend a bunch of money. So, I got a big girl job now because so now I spend it on kid stuff. So it's basically what I do.
This is made for kids, man. So I mean, I get it.
Made for kids.
Yeah. It's like I'm almost 30 and here I am buying all this. It's like, because I don't have kids, so I'm just blowing it on kid stuff. It's fine. It makes me happy.
Listen, man. Listen, girl. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I listen. I have a wife. I have a daughter, and I'm still buying kid toys, as you see my background. So it doesn't end. Trust me, it doesn't end. It doesn't stop. I mean,
a good excuse. I buy Star Wars toys for my kids, so I have a good excuse.
Listen, when I make a Target run, guys, that's what I tell my wife. Listen, I'm gonna get my daughter a toy, but also I'm gonna get myself a toy. So there we go. Everything balances out. Everybody's happy. We're good. And also, I gotta get my wife something too. I get her something, hair product or anything she wants, for the nails or whatever. Gotta compliment everybody.
Yes.
So she's like laughing.
I don't know if you guys are seeing all this, but this is my living room. So trust me, I know what it's like to buy.
Oh yes. Oh, I have the Captain America shield too. I have that downstairs too, and I have both Infinity Gauntlets, so it's fine.
They're actually coming out with a new one too. I don't know if you got to see that. If anybody here got to see, they're coming out with a new one, so that's pretty cool. That's an awesome story. I truly that is awesome, and thank you for hopping on. I really do appreciate it. The next one is Clone to Snug, aka Blake.
Natalia?
I'm just going all over. I'm just
okay. Yeah, so I've been Star Wars fan since I was young, closet nerd. Yeah, same thing. Closet nerd. I remember like loving Power Rangers in like middle school and like trying to keep it a secret type thing because like everything thought it wasn't cool and stuff like that. But I grew up on the Clone Wars TV show, so that was always like my thing. And so I started cosplaying. I'm not finished yet with my cosplay, but I started during the pandemic because I was like, oh, I need like a project to do during it. So, Imperial Surplus, got my stuff, came in and started working on that. So that's kind of how I started doing it. So, and then I made a Instagram and just started making stuff.
That's awesome, dude. No, that's awesome. I do have to say, I know you and me spoke, I think, after, but I know you're good friends with Greg from Rex and Around, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys also do like a lot of the cosplays, right?
No, we do like Pokemon stuff together. My nerd stuff together. So we go like Pokemon hunting and stuff.
That's awesome, dude. That's so much fun, man. Listen, and that's the beauty of it, man. Like, you could come together and do those things, and especially like with the times that are now, like that's what's been this blessing with this community is like everybody's been coming together since everything. Like even myself being here, like I've been here since I think February, and it's been truly a blessing. I've met, different types of people, everybody, just everybody and everywhere, and it's been awesome. So thank you, dude. Thank you. Yeah. Pokemon still lives though. So
yeah. It's on the other side over here. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Yeah, I know you got
over there. Yeah.
I think the last time you were on
Star Wars and then Pokemon.
I know you had the camera tilted. You're like, all right, this is time for Star Wars. Next.
Yep, Star Wars time. I'm gonna push it over here.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Now we will go with Natalia. What got you into cosplay?
So I'm really new to cosplay, actually. Since I just graduated from college, I feel like now I have more time to actually get it done. I've been literally so busy. Like when the pandemic even started, like I was considering starting cosplay, but then like school got way in, like I got too busy with school. I got too busy with the fact that like we were in a pandemonium, and I was spending my money on everything but cosplay things. But yeah, with Star Wars, I mean, I was born in '94, so I saw Phantom Menace in theaters in '99, and since then thank you. Since then, I literally have been in love with Star Wars. It's to a point that my family just has to put up with it, and they can't change their mind on it. She's like, this is no longer a phase; it's my life. And I do everything from like watching Star Wars every single time. I've just gotten into all the Star Wars books. I do a lot of Star Wars TikToks, which I think the last time I was on here, Rob's like, I can't get into the TikTok thing, but I'm a big fan on TikTok. The one thing I like about TikTok is that there's so many different types of Star Wars fans, and I've been getting to see that on TikTok, and I'm just like, oh, I love it. Bring out the nerds, keep being nerdy, and just may the force be with everybody. But yeah, that's my story.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And yeah, no, it's true. I definitely, the last time we spoke, I was like, because you know what it is? It's so hard to trend, but like when you get that one, and I had that one video that trended, and then after that, it was just like, bam, never again. And I'm just like, but I know there's an algorithm. I know there's something that helps out, but it's a lot of work with TikTok. That's the only thing. But that's awesome. That's awesome. And keep on pushing it and keep killing it. The next one is Foom Bamaroon. You are next, bro. What got you into cosplay?
What got me into cosplay originally was my first con I ever went to was Star Wars Celebration, and I got to see everybody dressed up, and it just made me want to do it more. And then I started dating my boyfriend who was a cosplayer, and he got me into it, and he helped me start my own page. And yeah, I'm pretty new to this. I just started my page beginning of February or late January, one of the two.
I think you and me started around the same time with the page, right?
We definitely did. Like you might be a little bit before me, but I know you and I have been following each other since we were both in like the single digits of like
yeah, literally.
Like, so like it's awesome to be here, and thank you for having me, and thank you for all the support. And I try to give the same to you, man. It's been awesome.
No, man. If anything more, you man. You know me, bro. I'm all here to help out anybody, bro. Big or small, it doesn't matter. That's what it's about, you know. So spreading the positivity through the community. But yeah, no, dude, that's truly awesome, dude. And like I said, so grateful to have you here as well. Last but not least, no, anytime. Last but not least, Cody, aka New Type Sith, you are up.
Yeah, like as far as Star Wars goes, like the reason I'm into it is I seen Phantom Menace in theaters with my grandpa, and as soon as I seen that, I was obsessed with Darth Maul. Instantly had like the double-sided lightsaber like from Walmart, and from there on it was like the video games and then books and then everything from there on. And I actually just recently started watching like the animations, like the newer like Clone Wars and all that, and I'm enjoying it so far. But other than that, though, like, yeah, like, I love Star Wars. I play, like, online Star Wars SOTAR and stuff like that. And as far as cosplay, like, I've been going to cons because, like, I'm a huge anime nerd. Like, been an anime nerd just as long. So, like, going to, like, mixed cons where there's Star Wars stuff and anime, like, it's really cool seeing, like, samurai Darth Vaders and stuff, and then lightsabers. Like, so getting into, like, the whole NeoPixels and collecting, like, the really expensive ones, like, it's been a joy, and then doing reviews. And as far as Riley,
hi. I watched Star Wars as a kid. I wasn't super huge into it, but my brother was, so I kind of hung out with him. He was like really big into Lego, and he was always like covered in Star Wars Legos, and so we did that. And then when you started getting back into Star Wars, you kind of started mentioning, hey, there's a lot of cosplay to this. And I was like, yeah, I've seen it a little bit here and there. I myself am a costume designer. I have a degree in fashion. So when he kind of mentioned that, I'm like, yeah, I should dig into that more. And started kind of digging farther and looking like, this is really cool. And there is so much you can do. And that's been really, really fun. So I've started kind of doing cosplay, not myself, but selling for other people and custom stuff. It's been really fun.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, and thank you guys for being here. I mean, you guys are a duo, so that's awesome. It's really cool. Like, you know, I've seen and I've met so many. Same thing, you know, as meeting Zach from Darth Ravenblades, you know, from the lightsaber community, and also one of our other big guys, Sam from Absolute Sabers, who's another good brother. You know, it's been such a blessing meeting different types of people from different communities. As I always say, it's really, truly a blessing, and I'm so grateful for that. And it goes to show that, like, just because you're in one side of the aspect of the Star Wars community doesn't mean you have to stay there. You can always venture out and meet all different types of people. And we've seen that here, you know, on Cosplay Tuesday and also on the High Council panel, which has been truly, truly amazing. I see George laughing because it's true, dude, right? I mean,
Yeah,
definitely.
to me, Star Wars is family, and
Yeah.
you know, it's we all enjoy the same thing, and it's so fantastic to have like friends, even from like across the world, the other side of the world, with all the other guys that we talk to and stuff. So it's awesome. Star Wars is family, bro.
Yeah, no, it is, and that's one thing I have to say, man. Literally building each relationship with you guys, you know, even though it's been through Star Wars, it's been, you know, just more than that, because it's been building a family, you know, building, you know, a positive environment, because that's what we want to do as well in this community, you know, is to build positivity, you know. So it's truly been awesome. Okay.
I wanted to mention that, you know, growing up as a kid in the 80s and stuff, and like running into someone that liked Star Wars was like very odd. Like it wasn't like very common. So when I found like a friend like my age, like when I was like 10 years old, I'll be like, wow, you like Star Wars too. Now it's like everywhere, right? Because of social media. But like back then in the 80s, it was like very far few in between, bro. Like I couldn't find like a friend that liked Star Wars. I had like one friend growing up that liked Star Wars. Everybody else was like, what is that? I don't know what that is. What's Star Wars? Isn't that like where that little green guy does magic? And I was like, oh
I love that.
Isn't this like your space wizards and all this?
They were saying, oh, it's like that. It's like a wizard and he does magic, right? And I was like, nah, bro, just forget it. Like, yeah, it's not gonna work.
This relationship is just, it's not working out. It's not you, it's me, you know?
Yeah.
No, that's awesome, dude. So hearing those stories, guys, for all the people that are watching, please go like and subscribe to them. We do have a bunch of YouTubers here, so go like and subscribe to their channels. Also follow them on Instagram. Everybody here is truly amazing people. You will definitely not regret following and subscribing to their channels. So I see Sarah here says, Space Wizards. Oh, gotta love it every time. So all right, guys, let's get into it. I know we talked about it on the High Council, but we have a lot of new faces. I want to get your intake, guys, before we go in. I want to talk about Kenobi. But before we do that, I want to get your guys' take. What do you guys think of the Bad Batch? What have you guys thought of it so far? And I guess me and Natalia, we could sit out for this one. And also Blake, we could sit out. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts on it. Like, what did you guys truly think of it? Did you guys enjoy it? Like, what did you think? Anybody could talk in the room.
I thought it was better than what I was expecting.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really fall in love with them in the season 7, so I was kind of skeptical. And then when I saw this, I was like, okay, first 3 episodes blew me out of the water, so I'm all in now. But at first, I went into it a little skeptical because I'll be honest, everyone loved Wrecker in season 7. I didn't like him. I thought he was there for the kids, and which I get it is animation, but that was my take on it. But now I'm all in.
Cody, you're next, bro.
I'm enjoying it. I was expecting to like it, but after the second episode, I was a little hesitant. But third episode picked up a little more for me. Wrecker, like, I don't know, he hit me in that soft spot in the end. I was like, I have kids, so I was like, all right, bro, like that's tight. Like, I want to build my kid a tree fort. He built her a little room, like, you know, like. I don't know, like I really enjoyed it so far, I have to say.
That's awesome. Darth Hater, what do you think? We're talking about Bad Batch so far. Are you liking it? Like, what are your thoughts on it so far?
I like it. It's basically Clone Wars season 7.5 for me. I mean,
it is. It is.
I mean, it is. Come on, it started with the Clone Wars and burned away to Bad Batch. It's like, okay, I see what you guys are doing. I mean, it's cool. I'm waiting for it to build more because right now we're just, you know, getting a little bit more in depth with character arcs. They're starting their arcs, so we'll see I'll be in the next like 2 or 3 episodes where it really starts to pick up. But I really like episode 1 so far. Episode 1 was like my favorite.
Yeah. Zach, I know you missed last week's High Council because we were on your stream doing 9 hours. 9 hours of live stream. We didn't end till freaking. We were literally. So guys, just so you don't, for whoever doesn't know, so we did the High Council panel. Natalia and Blake, and I think Mike, you were here too. And literally after we were done, literally me and Sam from Absolute Sabers hopped on, and we were on there till like what? I think like 6, 7 in the morning.
Wow, you're busting a night shift, Rob.
Tell
Sam was
that.
basically having his morning.
Literally, we were there, and then it didn't end. After that, I think we did another 2.5 hours just talking off, which was amazing. I mean, and that's one of the things is like, you know, doing these live streams are so fun, but I feel like you build more of that relationship off the live. And it was like so cool just to talk one-on-one because again, like I've known Zach for a while now, but I mean like just talking one-on-one off this was truly beautiful. You know, talking to the our Benji as well and Jesse, truly awesome human beings, which I so grateful for. You know, for those who don't know, that is Kyber Daddy, aka Kyberphonic, and also Nerf Hurdler, right? If I got it right.
Nerf Hurdler, yeah.
So I hope they're still here. I know they hopped on before, but yeah. So what are your takes on the Bad Batch?
So I think like I always bring this fact up, right? Like what other universe can successfully pull off a cartoon series that's canon and like we view it the same as like the live action movies, right? Like it's great. Like you picture it in your head, right? Like Ahsoka, and like you're like, wow, like they're flawlessly making it believable that it's all canon, right? So it's amazing. I think that's a really rich area that they can continue to dip into the in between the original and the prequel. I love the prequel time. I love the Clone Wars and I love the original, but there is like now an era in between that too of the transition into the Empire. And I think that is a really, especially being a Sith, like I love seeing the forming of the Empire. Like, you know what I mean? The rebel scum, burn them all. And so
you're speaking Darth Vader's language.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I have.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I have. This is my COVID mask right here. So trust me, I am a full-fledged Sith Lord. So I'm trying to tell me.
Love it.
I'm right there, dude. So.
Yeah, dude, that is an awesome helmet. I tell you every time, I love that. That is such an awesome one, man. Can you tell everybody where you got that, if you don't mind? Just so that way people know if they have questions, if they want to get a helmet or some sorts.
Yeah. So it was a guy on Etsy. His name is Galaxy Props.
Okay.
It's a real easy to remember, just Galaxy Props, but.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. No, that's truly awesome, and well, I'm glad you. So, I mean, are you liking the Bad Batch? I'm assuming.
I am, but I agree with Darth Hater. I want to see more. Like, I get they're building, but
yeah,
what is the point of this show going to truly be about? You know what I mean? Yeah. That's. I think I want to work a little bit more towards that. But if you think about it, like look at the jump from Mandalorian season 1 to 2, right? Like we went into Mandalorian, we really didn't know what it was going to be about, right? Like we were just like, oh, okay, he's the Mandalorian, and and the first season almost didn't really have a point until little Grogu came along, and like you're like, oh, okay, I get it.
That was the little cha-ching sign when he came along.
Yeah, no kidding, dude. Big ups to them. Like Star Wars has like a Pokemon essentially. Like they have their Pikachu now. Like, you know what I mean? So
that's a good one.
True. But then like you move into season 2 and it's like, okay, now we have Jedi. We have there's like a Mandalorian. Like there were so many subplots building to. Because if you think about it, Mandalorian's going to be like the Iron Man of what they're trying to do.
Oh yeah.
Star Wars. They're trying to build a universe out, and it's smart of them to do it.
Yep.
So
it is.
That's just my initial thoughts.
No, dude. I think it's definitely a valid one. So I definitely agree. Mariah, what are you thinking of the Bad Batch so far?
Oh, I think I just answered that.
Did you? Oh man, I didn't know. I'm so sorry.
Was the first one.
All right. The next. I'm sorry. So Cody, go for it. My bad. Cody.
I also went.
Oh, did you?
Rob, are you forgetting?
All right, cool. You know what it is? All right, cool. I gotta start writing now. That's awesome. No, I mean, to be honest with you, kind of going off of what Zach said, like I definitely think that they're building, even with the Bad Batch, like I definitely think that they're gonna be building off of that show as well. Like I think that push for Omega, like we all see it. Like it's very evident. Oh, I'm sorry, Omega. Yes, it's not Omega, it's Omega. So it's Tick, Eco,
Rekka.
Actually, Hunter says Omega in this last episode, though.
That is true.
Hunter says Omega, so
that is true.
And it is a Greek word, and that's how the Greeks say it. So
it is true. That is true.
Yeah.
You are right. No, but I mean, like, I really see the push for it. I mean, again, I think Blake, you said it on the High Council panel. We kind of got 2 episodes in one for that first one, so you could see why they're kind of taking their time and doing like a character development. And you see where they're really kind of like taking their time, because again it's a story, and I'm happy we haven't seen any like Jedi, any like Sith or anything like that. It's kind of cool, like I personally, I've said it before, like I don't want them to start bringing in like, it's cool if we get Ahsoka, it's cool if we get like Vader, but like for me, I'd rather see Vader at the end. I don't want to see him just yet. We did get good old Palps, we did see him obviously, but we did see Palps, but I'm cool with seeing him like later on as well. I don't want to see too much of them, because then I just feel like it takes away from the story. Like, to be honest, I'm still waiting on, and I think we're kind of getting that beginning of it, with the whole start of, stormtroopers, like that was something that never got explained. And it was going off of what you said, Zach, we never really knew why the transition, like we're learning now that, okay, like Tarkin says, we want to stop funding it. We get it. Like, like the money, I thought the Empire had money, but I don't know. I guess otherwise, no. Go ahead, George. I see you want to say something.
I guess they're trying to save money to build the Death Star. That's what I'm thinking. It's a lot of money for that thing.
Well,
all that money was
obedient.
What was that?
No, sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, well, that, and then they said, an enlisted man who believes in the Empire will be more obedient than a clone who was just born into it.
Yeah.
You give somebody something to fight for, then it's different from somebody just being born into it.
That's true too.
My own personal theory is that at some point in the show, we're going to see them use the inhibitor chips to kind of do a mass execution of the clones to dispose of them really fast, like just all at once, since we don't really know the full capacity of those chips. And I was going to say, just really circling back to like what Rob said about Vader, I feel like Vader makes a little bit more sense to show up, but only in like in a position not where he's like fighting the Bad Batch, but more of like kind of how Tarkin has been, just like an overseer, just like kind of walking down hallways. Like, I personally speaking, like when it comes to Bad Batch, I like the idea of just keeping it focused on the clones, the Empire, the Bad Batch themselves, and keeping the Sith and the Jedi out of it. Like bring them in if it really makes sense. Like, but other than that, like I just want to see what happens to the clones and what happens to the. I just think the most interesting part about it is the transition, like what Darth Ravens was saying.
Yeah, no, I agree. Go ahead, George. I see you like.
I can't wait to see how they're gonna like transition from clones to stormtroopers. I mean, if it even happens this season, or if it happens on a different show, I mean, it's gonna be very interesting to find that out and see what happens to the clones. Do they keep them? Are they actually clones in Star Wars and Empire and Return of the Jedi? So it's going to be very interesting when we find that out. Maybe we'll get that answer in the future.
Yeah. And it's crazy. Like they were talking about that phase 3. I was thinking about it. I'm like, what could phase 3 be? And I've seen so many theories, so many. We talked about it last week, but like, oh man, I would love to get your guys' takes on what could we think phase 3 is. Like anybody could go right now.
Is it the Dark Troopers? Like going into the creation of them?
That's one. I mean, do we think maybe they take, maybe Rex comes and they take some of his DNA and do so? No, I don't know. Like maybe maybe they go back and they take their DNA. I don't know. Like, but then do what? Like create another Bad Batch, another army of them? Is that a thing? They
kind of did that in the comics. There's a Stormtrooper Bad Batch.
There is, right?
Yeah.
What's his name? Creel?
Yep.
Oh yeah,
with the lightsaber.
And Vader like trains him. He's the only Stormtrooper to ever wield a lightsaber. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yep. So I mean, That's a thing. I mean, that'd be cool. I know a lot of people are saying like, like doing like to see Star Killer. I know I've seen like everybody like say that. I don't think that's gonna be a thing. I mean, what do you guys think?
I would love it.
They could allude to that, but he's too much for like Star Wars right now. Like back when everything was kind of like canon, but not. But sometimes that was cool. But for what they want to do now, yeah, you know how like they'd be like, "Oh, it's canon," then like a year later, it's not. He's cool, but I feel like he's too OP for like Star Wars. Like right now, what they're trying to do. Like we already got. Palpatine and Rey being super OP at the end, like Star Killer would just demolish all of that. Like it would be a different story. They would have to do a whole complete new story just for him.
You don't think they'll bring him in for marketing purposes? Oh,
bro. As somebody who owns a Star Killer mask and I wear it every day of my life, no, you can't. I mean, you can't. Like it's just. I don't know. Like it's like for Dragon Ball fans, like GT, right? Like me and Cody were talking about this. Like Super Saiyan 4 will always be legendary, right? Like we love Super Saiyan 4.
And then Super
but
Saiyan
it ain't real. It ain't real anymore. Like it's just not a thing, right? Like we have that respect.
Yeah.
It's amazing, but it's just not gonna happen. Now, if we ever get that, like somehow introduced, like in a legitimate way, like some cross unit. I know they did that somewhat on YouTube or whatever, but yeah. But no, I don't see a way that they could successfully bring him into the fold.
They would have to tone him down a lot. They would have to super tone him down, make him really powerful, but he'd have to be like 20% of what you got in the games with the buff.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. In the game, he was so powerful. I mean, my gosh, and I mean to have all and
he brought a Star Destroyer down from space, bro. Like, oh my gosh.
I know, and that mission that was hard, man. I got carpal tunnel because of that, bro. No.
I was gonna say, I feel like Star Killer. I feel like Lucasfilm was kind of limiting themselves by trying to stay with one canon. I feel like if they did offshot like alternate timelines, alternate possibility things, and like you could throw in Star Killer for one of those like really easily. Like I don't know. I think Star Wars just has like Star Killer is one of those characters where it's like, especially when you play the games, you almost want to see him incorporated into the main story. Like I just think if they did kind of stuff like that where it's like clearly advertised as not canon, but here's a way to tell those like kind of stories you never thought to tell, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, DC's doing it with Joker. They're gonna have 15 Batmans and 27 Jokers, and they're doing whatever. So I agree.
DC doesn't have it together though. I'm like, Lucasfilm and Marvel sort of do.
I mean, look, we have like different Batman. Like, oh my god, like there's some. I can't even, man. But no, I mean, it's true. I mean, look. I mean, do I think that they're gonna go that route though with the multi-universe? I definitely believe, especially with that Ahsoka logo that we got for the show. You know they're gonna be going this alternate universe route. You know it, and it makes sense because again, you can get different storylines, which I'm truly happy. Because then we get characters that maybe their stories are different and they change. I mean, would you guys want to see something like that in the sense of like possibly having alternate universes? I mean, I think we are living in it though. I'm not gonna lie. I do think that we are living in this alternate universe right now.
I was gonna say I would love to, personally speaking, I would love to see an alternate universe. Like the two that make that are the stories that I really want to see the most are if Luke accepted Vader's hand at the end of Empire Strikes Back, and then if Vader survived Return of the Jedi. That's always kind of been those two stories that, like, even though I like the main continuity of Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and then I'm gonna throw in there if Anakin never turned to the dark side. I just think those are like the three biggest questions of the saga that you could really do a lot, like have a lot of interesting story material to come out with.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Or like if Qui-Gon never died.
That's another one. Yeah.
What would have happened?
That's what Marvel's doing.
I want more Qui-Gon.
Sorry.
I said that's what Marvel's doing with the What If series for Disney Plus.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, isn't Visions that though? Isn't Visions a what if for Star Wars? If I'm not mistaken.
Let me look that up.
No, Visions is just its own separate the animation like short story thing. It's gonna be like Animatrix but Star Wars or
Yeah, it's
Love,
the
Death,
same
and Robots. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I was gonna say I'd also kill because I know Clone Wars. Like, even though I loved the ending of Clone Wars, I'd also kill to kind of see an alternate universe where Ahsoka was forced to fight a very fresh Vader at the end of the Clone Wars. I would have because way before like Clone Wars even got canceled, like back when it was still airing at its prime. I was convinced, 12-year-old me was convinced that the series finale was going to be Ahsoka facing off with Vader. And, we got that in Rebels. But I would kill to see that fight in Clone Wars style animation.
That would be cool. Yeah. No, I mean, you bring up a good one there. I mean, personally, like I said, I don't know the route that they're trying to go. I mean, like I said, I definitely believe that everything that we're getting is a different kind of like universe because I feel like the moment Ezra saves Ahsoka there, I feel like that just changed everything for me personally. Like I felt like that was the difference, and that's why we're getting a lot of these different types of characters. And I mean, if you think about it, right? Like, for example, you have, the actual prequels, the movies, right? There's no such thing as an Ahsoka there. He's not, and this is obviously everybody has their own take on this, but like he's not a master in the prequels, right? In the actual movies, and Ahsoka kind of alludes to that, in the Clone Wars. So that's kind of like somewhat different than your act from the movies. And anybody can attest to that. I don't know. But like, I just feel like, again, like Rebels changed everything up with her getting saved from Ezra. That's what I felt. So
yeah. Because I really love Ahsoka, but I thought she should have taken her out.
Yeah, I honestly that if I'm not mistaken, that was like, and I've said it before, that was supposed to be her death in reality. Because if Ezra doesn't save her, she's done. She's done. She doesn't even exist.
There's a breakdown of that duel, and they say at that very last moment, Vader was going for that neck slice, bro. It was over. It was done.
Yep.
So
yeah,
the killing blow.
Yeah, no, and I mean, like, literally, I mean, and that's why I say it's like, you see the logo now, like, for the Ahsoka show, is like, it's definitely a push for this, this different universe, like multi-universe. So I'm just like, like, what else could we expect? Like, do we expect like this crossover in a sense of, do we finally get to see Luke and Ahsoka together? Like, do they actually get to meet?
That'd be
well,
so
they said
cool
that they alluded to that when they announced all these shows. They said all these shows are basically going to be like the MCU, and the Mandalorian's like, the Iron Man, where everything streams from that. So all the shows that they announced, minus that whatever Dark Side show or whatever, are going to link everything.
I think it's going to build to Thrawn. That's what makes the most sense to me personally, just where Rebels left off, and they said Ahsoka is going to kind of carry on the story of Rebels, and I feel like Thrawn is kind of that perfect villain for that time period.
But is he really a villain?
I think he's a pretty bad guy.
He's pretty good in the expanded universe. Is like Grand Admiral Thrawn series. I read that in the 90s because there was no Star Wars to like look at, so I read that whole trilogy, and he's fantastic in the book.
He's my favorite.
I mean, I love his story. The fact that my man collects like artifacts from like people's home worlds, and like he still kills them and stuff. And it's just like when he did it in front of Sabine, and she was just like, "What?" Like, it's insane. Like how like sadistic and like it's cool because like when he was coming up in the ranks, like even in the comics and stuff, like in the books, like he didn't want it to be known. Like when he became admiral, like it was like nobody like knew. Like nobody, it was like only a few people actually knew that he, came up in ranks, and he was like really hated for that because he rose so quick, and I think that's what's so awesome about him. And I love him, like I love it. He's definitely different than your other, than your average like Sith or whatever the case may be, because one of the things is like, even if you do wrong, perfect example, right? We know that with Vader and Palpatine, anything anybody does wrong, you're done. Like you're force choked, you're done. But like with Thrawn, he actually still tries to help you kind of get there where you can kind of still grow. He doesn't kill you off necessarily, which I think that's pretty cool.
In the books, in the expanded universe, when I was reading those books in the 90s, that trilogy, man, he's super smart. I mean, he almost defeats Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
And it's like he has like these creatures. I forgot what they were called. They repel the Force, and the guy was like super army tactician, like war, like freaking genius. So like when they portrayed him in Rebels, it was kind of like somewhat.
It was toned down. It was a kid.
It was toned down, but like he's super high intelligent.
Yeah,
and I'm telling you, man, he's the one that did like the whole Sith cloning in those books, and I mean he's fantastic in the books.
Yeah. No, I mean I love his character. I mean I'm intrigued. I wonder who's gonna play him number one. And I'm hoping they bring in. I've been saying this. Bring in Mena Massoud. I love that guy. That guy looks the part. Sign him up to be Ezra. I don't know what you guys think about that, but I want him to be Ezra. He's my Ezra. Also, the other guy too. I think what's his name? Rao. I don't know his last name. Maybe anybody knows it here. There's another guy too that they had in the works or in mind, but he was also. I know his name is Rao, but I don't know the last name. But he was a good character.
Talking about the guy from iZombie. Is that the guy you're talking about?
So I don't know. I don't know the last name.
The,
I don't know.
The first guy you were saying, he was Aladdin in the new movie, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. He'd make a great Ezra.
Yeah, and they were kind of. I think he had teased something on Instagram a while.
He did.
ago.
He definitely did. I remember that.
Because I remember I covered it in one of my videos that I was saying like he said something. It's kind of like the way we saw with with Samuel Jackson. On that post, I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. Like on his birthday, it's like the party isn't over. And it was like people were like, oh my God, he might come back, and it's like and we don't really know. But it would be cool. It would be cool.
I think he's willing to come back. Like I'm not sure if they're like because I feel like they're not sure if they want to do anything with him, but I feel like he's more than willing. Same with Liam Neeson.
Oh yeah, I mean I think they all want to come back. I think they all would want to give more on their character. And I mean it's like I think me and Paris said it. It's like what did Maz Kanata was probably waiting for him to pick him up, when he flew out the window or something, So
and when that Disney check comes in, they're definitely gonna come back.
I mean, listen.
Liam said, when the second he was in, he was one of the voiceovers in the Clone Wars. I'm just like, Liam's always going to be a part of the Star Wars universe, and he's going to find some way to get into it. So even when Qui-Gon says one line, I'm there, just send my check to my house. I'll do everything myself. Just put my name in the credit. I'm there.
Yeah.
I would just love more Qui-Gon.
Yeah,
come on. He gets one line in Attack of the Clones, and he got a crazy check for that. And all he said was Anakin.
Same thing with Rise of Skywalker. Oh, and all those one-liners. I'm just like, bro, how much money did you make off of that one voiceover right there?
That's their groceries for a year, for like maybe even more than a year.
No, it's true, man. I mean, that's the cool thing is the beauty of it. Liam Neeson did do an interview in the beginning of the year, and he said it. He's like, "Listen, I'm game for it." He's like, "I don't care, like have me as a voiceover or something like that." And I guess we could kind of talk about Kenobi. It's like opening scene. To be honest with you, that's one of my biggest arguments. Is like I feel like if we're gonna get Kenobi, the opening scene has to be Qui-Gon talking to Obi-Wan. And it's like one of the things is like, where did Obi-Wan go wrong? I feel like that's a question he would have to ask him, like, where did I go wrong with Anakin? Why did Anakin turn? Because they were brothers. I mean, they were so tight forever, like he raised them, and it's like to see that turn is, I mean, I would question it. What did I do wrong? I don't know. Like, give me an opening scene with that. I'd be kind of cool with that. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I know I have to have them in the Kenobi show somewhere in there. I mean, preferably the first episode, I would say. Get it out of the way. I see Zach. I see you or somebody.
I'll go. I think something I would want to see if we're gonna be like truthful and like, let's feel that weight of the gravity of what he just went through, right? Like he loved Anakin, right? Like yes, it was sad, everything, whatever. But that movie still almost kind of ends on like a hopeful note, he's like, oh, Qui-Gon, and like there's Luke and everything. Like I want to see Obi-Wan shook. I want to see him shell shocked of like, dude, like having visions of like hearing Anakin screaming of like that pain, like feeling that like. Yeah, feeling feeling Vader's presence, you know what I mean? Like just all of that, like that to me, I feel like is something that like we need to see Obi-Wan not in that polished hello there. Like we need to see
Hello
him
there.
just like, you know, I want to see like a deleted scene of him doing death sticks. You know what I mean? Like I want to see him at his lowest point. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so that's something I think needs to be addressed. Like him being very reluctant, like maybe almost like angry at Luke. Not, you know what I mean? Like regretful of like, dude, now I have to watch this kid. Like I don't want that responsibility. Like, you know, like I'm. You know what I'm saying? Like almost like I just went through something horrific. Like I don't want to have to now be shackled to watching this kid. Like, and then eventually he grows into that. You know, the Obi-Wan we see at the end of Rebels when he fights Maul, of like how Obi-Wan went from cool and calm to like once Maul brought up Luke, he was just like, all right, well, any chance of you walking out of here alive? Just went out the window.
No, you are gone, my dear.
No, I gotta check out for a little bit, but I should be back in about 20 minutes or so.
Okay, yeah, sounds good, bro.
I'll be back in a bit. It's not.
I was gonna say I gotta do the same. I gotta dip out too, man. It was. Thank you for having me here. I'm sorry I couldn't stay for longer tonight. I just wanted to make some time to get in here, but it was super nice talking to you guys. It was super nice meeting some of you guys.
Same here. Same here.
I'm here.
20 minutes.
All right, sounds good, bro. Okay, all right, sounds good. I'll see you. No, I definitely agree, man. I think, you know, one of the things is like for me, I really wonder, you know, they're saying this big fight of the century. Do we really believe that it's going to be this big fight of the century? Like, no, because then it ruins A New Hope.
I don't want to see that. I'll be honest.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
I don't think it's.
I see. So okay, hold on. I gotta ask Darth Hater. Why do you say yes and no?
What's gonna happen? It's obviously like I'll say like Lucasfilm looks at like the stuff that, you know, fans want and then the stuff that fans do.
Mm-hmm.
And I know when this show was like in the pipeline and then you know, that recreated Vader versus Obi-Wan thing came out, they were like, well, damn, like, you know, we have to do something like that.
And that was cool.
If fans can do it, we should. But at the same time, they have to not mess up what was established in episode 4, which is they haven't seen each other in like a really long time since probably Anakin got burned. So, and I don't even think that Obi-Wan really knows that Anakin is really still alive. So, like, you know, you see the shock on his face.
Yeah.
So they have to, if anything, that's going to be a dream or something like that.
Well, do you know by any chance? Does anybody know here? I just forgot which one it is. In the comic, you do see where Vader has like a flashback. I'm sorry, like a vision when he's in his chamber of fighting Obi-Wan. I forgot. Is it the new Vader series? I forgot which one it is. If I'm not mistaken.
No, that was the original one where they were right before he gets the executor. When that dude turns off his suit and then he's just sitting there and then he sees himself fight Obi-Wan and he throws him. Right. Yeah, he kills Obi-Wan and then throws Anakin into the lava. Like that's
yes.
That
is the one. I mean, I definitely think it's gonna be one of those. I don't think it's gonna be like, you know, oh, we're gonna like they're actually gonna fight. Like, of course they're gonna hype it up. It's Disney. I just definitely don't believe that it's gonna be an actual fight. It just ruins it. And again, I mean, this is 10 years after, you know, the prequel. So I mean, this is 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. So I mean, maybe, possibly, because I mean, another 10 years down the line, I mean, it's still kind of a long time because I think it's 10 years after A New Hope is when they see each other. I'm sorry, after, you know, like that time, Kenobi, it would be 10 years, maybe, possibly, I don't know. But it would be cool. I mean, it would be cool. It would be nice to see it in his vision, you know. But, you know, we know that we're getting Hayden Christensen back. Now, I'll ask this. Do we think that we're going to see a vision with Ahsoka, Anakin, and Obi-Wan all together?
That's what I want to see. Like, I want this show to make me cry and make me, like, I want to break my heart. And I want to see Natalie Portman come, like, a whole, like, what if piece. I want to see all of that. Like, I want Natalie Portman to come back and have a little Luke and Leia, like a what if, like, he is seeing what could have happened, them growing up in Naboo or something like that. And then seeing Ahsoka and Hayden Christensen. Because, like, why would you bring Hayden Christensen back if he was only going to be Darth Vader?
You can get anybody. I mean, Darth Hater. You could have played Vader, bro. They don't really need Hayden Christensen.
Yeah, he has a gorgeous face. Like, why would you like waste it?
Yeah.
I think they're gonna do flashbacks with all three of them. That's what I think.
I thank God. I feel like ever since Ahsoka was introduced in Clone Wars, I was like, okay, so obviously, like when you think of actors and voice actors, you think of Matt Lanter, James Earl Taylor, and Ashley Eckstein playing those three characters. But when, of course, they brought in Kenobi, and you're seeing Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor, you're like, bring in Ahsoka. Like, this is the time. This is now. This is now. But also going back to what Darth Raven was saying about he wants to see Obi-Wan breaking down. So basically what you showed us, Rob, last week was the deleted scene of Clone Wars. I want Obi-Wan to break down like that. How he broke down, I want Obi-Wan to have a whole moment like that. And then literally someone saying, well, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, and that's funny you mentioned that, because it was one of the things where that video was so like powerful, right? Like I thought it was like pretty like powerful how like, I don't know, did everybody see it here? That cinematic, like I thought it was truly like, it was beautiful. I mean, like, and it's so like, he's like, well, that will never happen in the sense of Anakin ever turning, and then what happens? He turns, so it's like, wow, it's like that bittersweet, feeling. But I don't know, like I personally, like I said, I think we'll get Ahsoka. I mean, it's been confirmed that, like I said, that they're gonna also be in Andor. That's a whole nother entity. We'll get to that eventually. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think we can get it. Do we think Ahsoka appears in the show though? Do we think Rosario Dawson appears in the show?
I don't know.
Everyone would need to check her IMDb. I think someone would have.
No.
Younger.
I am really curious to see, because obviously we've seen for Kenobi the females who are going to be appearing in the show, and everyone's like, well, who's going to be Satine? Like everyone keeps asking if they're going to have flashbacks of Satine in this show, and I'm just like, I love Maul because out of all the Sith Lords, Maul is my favorite. Dueling wise, I think he's so intricate with his movements, but I hate him for killing Satine, man. I'm like,
had to,
but it was powerful.
It was.
Like I felt like a breakup was happening, and I'm like, oh, I'm reliving something. Oh, I'm reliving something right there. I felt so. Oh, it was so emotional. It was so powerful though.
Well, Darth Vader, I know you were saying you don't think so either. You don't think so? Like, well, no, for Ahsoka, you don't think we'll get her either?
Oh, no, I'm not saying I don't think we'll get her. I think we're not going to get Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. Yeah. I think we'll get somebody younger if they're going to do a flashback.
So do we think that it's the girl Moses Ingram? Do we think that it's her? I don't think so, but do we think?
No.
Possibly.
No, I think she's going to be like an Inquisitor.
Yeah. You just said it. You just spoke about.
I don't think we're going to know who is going to play young Ahsoka until that episode.
But
I think they're keeping that under wraps. Like that has to be one of the secrets. It's kind of the same thing like when they didn't put. I don't know if anybody knows this, but they didn't put Ian McDiarmid on the IMDb page or for anything until you heard his laugh in the trailer.
Yeah.
Like everyone else you kind of knew was going to be back, like Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, Adam Driver. And then all of a sudden, like you heard it at Star Wars Celebration, you heard the laugh. And then all of a sudden you're now seeing Ian McDiarmid's name under the cast. And I think Disney's going to I think Lucasfilm's going to do the same exact thing with Ahsoka. Like they're keeping whoever Ahsoka is under wraps until the episode premieres.
Shit, cast me.
Hey, they could use Rosario Dawson again. They have de-aging and everything. They could.
That's what I was going to say.
Technology is different.
Well, that's what I was going to say, but it's like, let's be real. I mean, she doesn't look bad for her age. No. She can still play a young Ahsoka. I mean, people are just like literally shooting it down. I'm like, the girl still looks good for her age.
Only reason why I say no is because of her height. That's the only thing.
Her height?
Yeah, because Ahsoka's little.
She's little.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not going to grow from... I mean, the Kenobi show to that. I mean, you're not going to grow that much. She was already older, and she would be still in her 20s in Kenobi.
I don't know. Well, she grew a lot in Rebels. She's a different species. So, like in Rebels, she's tall.
Are we talking about like Ahsoka from? Because if we're gonna do like a flashback of Ahsoka, that's kind of what I thought we were saying. Then I would imagine like a younger.
It would be a younger. She was. I think Ahsoka was like 12, 13.
Yeah.
Agreed.
When she appeared in Clone Wars for the first time.
Yeah.
I think by the time she actually left the Order, she had to been like
I would say
16, 17 years old.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
17.
17. Oh, okay. Oh, I was
Yeah.
saying more. I was saying
She's
more in
young.
the sense of, do we think that we'll get her actually in the show? That's more. what
Okay,
I
I got you.
That's
I
what
got
was
you.
thinking.
I personally don't think so. I don't think she'll be in the show at all
No.
because she has her own show. I don't
I
think they'll do
think- I think
flashbacks.
I think they're going to focus a lot on Kenobi himself and like
Yeah.
what he's dealing with. Like, for example, I forgot who said it, but he's going through so much right now. Like he just had his apprentice of literally his, at this point that he considered him his son and his brother, like completely went to the dark side, and he's in all the Jedi are dead. Like, it's also survivor's guilt. He's having that right now. He's having survivor's guilt. Like, I just survived, whereas everyone else is dead. Now I have to watch over Luke on a desert planet and become a hermit, which I don't think Obi-Wan would have minded that too much. But at the same time, there's just so much he's going through in that moment, especially after Order 66. He still has to keep himself under wraps. Regardless of being on an Outer Rim planet, the Empire went everywhere. Even if they said like, oh, we didn't go as far as the Outer Rim territories, I'm like, the Empire went everywhere. So he had to keep himself very, very under wraps.
And that's one of the things like they're talking about now, that supposedly he actually leaves Tatooine. Like, do we really, like, I don't know, I can't think of that. I guess because I read the comic, and it's like in the comic, I know like he's supposed to stay on Tatooine there, you know, like watch over Luke. Because how do you leave? Like, what if something happens? What if, you know, they find Luke? You know, like that's my thing. Go ahead.
I don't think he would leave because he's basically like the frog lady, you know, like in the Mandalorian, like that's the last Jedi. And he's got to preserve all of that. Like, I don't think he would risk leaving. Like, Obi-Wan wouldn't abandon his post type thing, you know, for anything. I don't think.
Do you guys? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to say, like, do you wonder? Because if someone had said, remember when they were like, oh, Qui-Gon, like, and Yoda have training for you to do while you're separated. Are we going to see that training happen?
Well, that's the thing. That's one of the things. I think unfortunately we don't, since it's 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. And I agree with you. Like, I'm not saying I disagree. I want to see that. That's what I wanted personally, because you hear that line, right, in Revenge of the Sith, right? You know, you have much training to learn, you know, on Tatooine. So I'm thinking, okay, well, you know, at the end of the day, I'm thinking, well, if I'm going to get the Kenobi show, I kind of want to see how it all kind of turns out, how what he does. You know, I don't want to see kind of like 10 years after. Like, it's cool to see that. But it's like, I want to know, like, did he actually get, like, if they don't end up showing, you know, Qui-Gon, or we get to hear it, because we do know in Clone Wars, you know, he doesn't end up, you know, he can't see Qui-Gon. We know he could only hear him. But again, because he never finished his training. So that's like a whole nother thing, you know, with the rules of the Force that was explained. You know, he never got to go and finish his training. So I don't know what they're planning to do, but I would like to learn, like, what did he do for training for those first 10 years? But then they're saying they did confirm, and they did say he is going to be part of the Rebel Alliance, and that's why he ends up leaving Tatooine. And that kind of ruins it for me. And I'm just like, damn, like, they're really going to go that route.
I don't think so. I think if anything, they'll have whoever go to Tatooine, you know, to meet up or see him or anything. I don't think Kenobi's ever going to leave, like, Tatooine aside from, you know, Episode 4.
Yeah. Yeah,
Lucas do a part.
Do you guys think that we'll get Cody at all in the show?
Yeah. Oh, which one? The live one? Kenobi?
Yeah, and the Kenobi show.
I don't know.
I think Bad Batch, honestly, or something, or Andor.
Also, wait a minute. You think Bad Batch? You think they're gonna survive after this?
I think we're gonna get Cody in Bad Batch because it's like they mentioned Rex, and it's like, you know, the perfect way to end his, you know, story in the Bad Batch.
Because Cody, we don't really have an end for Cody, right? That's one of those areas. It's like a gray area, right? Like they
left him alone.
No, I mean, and that would be the show to do it, honestly. You know, to be a what is it, 2.0? You know, what is it, season 8, Clone Wars? You know, that would be the one to do. That would be the one to do it. You know, end it there for him. You know? But like, do we see it in like the middle? Do we see it in like the next few episodes, or at the end? What do you think?
Maybe at the end, because I feel like it's going to be maybe a segue into the second season or something like that. Because it can't just be one season, you know? So I feel like maybe at the end there's another.
So you think we're gonna get another Clone Wars season 9? You think we're gonna get?
Oh, 100%.
Dude, it's too marketable, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, this
love
season's
the
already
Bad
long.
Batch.
Yeah.
But I mean, people already love the Bad Batch. Everybody's cosplaying it already. People loved it before it was even their own show. Like, even if people don't like it as much, Disney is gonna
market it,
market it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're gonna market the crap out of it. There's no reason not to have another Bad Batch show, you know?
Damn, I don't know. I just feel like I can't see, and this isn't a knock towards anybody who loves clones. I just feel like I personally don't want to see more of it. I feel like we've gotten so much Clone Wars for so long. I mean, that's 8? Yeah, we have 8. Well, 8 seasons, I'm going to call it. But, I would like to see something different. Like, for example, I think we said it last time on the High Council, or maybe I've said it somewhere else. It would be nice to see a show just like of Ashley Eckstein, because they did say that she's her and Dave Filoni are working on something. So it would be nice to see, her own show, like an animated series of, Ahsoka. That would be dope.
Give it all to me. I want all the clones. That's
all
I feel like
all the clones.
Well, you do cosplay, so yeah, you love all the clones. You have this stuff for it. You're doing Captain Rex, so of course you're gonna be on board with it.
I want all the Captain Rex. I want Captain Rex season, just Captain Rex. I still want to know how him and Gregor and Wolf get together.
I think we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see that.
I really hope so. Because I just don't know how. I get Gregor because he got blown up. He might have some head issues, but I don't know how Wolf gets with him. Like, that's just like such a wild card. Where like it's one of those things I just need to know how they got together. Like I can see them too, because you already explained Rex and Gregor could have a head explosion, or he gets blown up and somehow survives. But Wolf, it's just a wild card. How did he get there?
Yeah. No.
I mean, I will say this. I like the reason why I've been enjoying the Bad Batch is because, I mean, people can disagree with this or not, but to me, Clone Wars, although we did have those arcs with the clones specifically, it was not about the clones in the Clone Wars. It was about every other character and developing what they needed to do in the Clone Wars, like Grievous, Dooku, Ventress, Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, Anakin, all these characters, whereas the Bad Batch is explaining these clones and going their own story, but also answering all of our questions that we had as kids. Like, after we saw Revenge of the Sith, we're like, well, where did these people go? Because obviously we know that the clones troopers can at least aim, and when we see the Stormtroopers episode 4, we're like, nobody can aim. I want to know where it went wrong. I want to know where the training went bad.
No, it's true. No, I definitely agree with you. I mean, there's like so many theories behind that. Like, there's been, I don't know. I've heard like one of them is like they're always around Force sensitives, and that's why their shots are always going all over the place. I don't know. Like, I mean, anybody have a take on? Let's try to answer that. Does anybody know why they can't aim? Why the Stormtroopers can't aim?
Can't see.
It is very easy to see in those helmets. Let me tell you, I can only see about this much, and everything else is just I can't see anything.
That's what it is.
I get about an inch. Yeah.
I have two things I want to bring up on that. So remember on Mandalorian when they're on that planet where they're trying to get all of that fuel or that resource or whatever, and he has their blaster and even he's missing, and he's like, what is this garbage? Like, what the hell is this?
I think they personally just ended up going to Walmart to get their equipment, and just like it just went from there. It was just bad quality.
Oh, they went to Dick's Sporting Goods. They went to Dick's Sporting Goods. Oh my god!
I also think like I don't know. I think it was on Rebels somewhere, but that's one thing where Rob says like he's done with the clones. Like, I love the interaction of the clones with the Empire because like I loved those scenes in Rebels where they're looking at their armor, like they're almost like talking shit. They're like, look at it.
Talking smack, bro.
That's so
it's like
body. Like, what is this? Like I love that, dude. I think that's so cool.
Yeah. No, it is. I mean, I definitely would love to see more on that. Another character that, a lot of people slept on is or you hear it, Ventress. Like, do we get her in Bad Batch? Do we get?
Dude.
Okay, before we get
She's
into
dead.
I really hope so.
she's what?
I thought
She's dead.
She's
Well,
dead, dude.
In Dark Disciple, in the book, she's dead. She didn't die in Clone Wars.
Yeah, in the book
Right,
she's
but-
dead, so she should be dead.
Yeah. It's canon, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
the way she died, it still stands.
It does
Yeah.
really. Oh, man, I was thinking that maybe they would bring her back. Like I was
See,
hoping.
they don't
Like what,
explain
in a
all
Darth
that.
Maul kind of way? They just
Listen,
gave her a
yeah.
mechanical body.
listen. She took one to the head. Well, she got her head, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
No, she died. I thought she died from Dooku. I thought that's what.
Yeah,
it
no.
wasn't.
Yeah, Dooku killed her. Dooku
Kills
killed
her.
Yeah.
And then Quinlan Voss is there holding her.
Yeah.
But I mean,
There's some really good storylines that they don't ever explain, dude. Like there's a whole arc of Maul after everything where legit Maul and Dooku throw down.
Yeah.
And then like
Maul, Dooku, Grievous, and all them. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of
And
stuff
then they
like
never even talk about it.
I just want to know. I want to know who created Grievous and who decided to give him an actual human heart. I think that was the weirdest thing I saw as a kid. Oh
That was
my!
me.
That was you. Oh, that was you.
Literally
with the lungs of a chain
as
smoker.
kid, literally lungs as a chain. I thought that too because I was literally just learning about. We were just learning about lungs in school, and like if you smoke XYZ, this is what happens to your lungs. And then I'm seeing this on theaters, and they like Obi-Wan like tears open that sucker up, and I'm just like, isn't he like a droid? Like, what in the crap is this?
Design.
Listen, give that man. I don't know, man. When that cough though was terrible. Hearing that the whole me, I'm just like, yo, give this man some Robitussin or something, because man.
You know, that's actually George. That's actually George Lucas coughing.
Is it really?
Yep.
Yeah, he was sick on the day they were filming that, so Matt Wood actually put that cough in there. So that's actually George coughing.
Oh, I didn't even know that. That's hilarious, dude. Oh wow, that's awesome. That's so cool. I didn't even know that. But I don't know, man. Like but then that confuses me. Then why do we see that in? Okay, so for example, why do we see in the Bad Batch in one of the trailers? We do see Omega with the energy bow. Like, what does that mean then? Like, is are the Night Sisters still a thing? Is Ventress still a thing? Because again, like even though she is dead in the book and it is considered canon, couldn't they still change it up? Because Kathleen Kennedy could do whatever she wants. And I'm not getting into that whole discussion, but I'm just saying, like, in general, they can do whatever they want. And I mean, would that change up everything? Yes, but then it would just turn the book into Legends.
Yeah,
They could change stuff. They could change stuff because they already changed stuff with episode 1 of the Bad Batch. Like they
Kanan.
established with the Kanan comics, like how it went down, and then they totally just redid it for Bad Batch.
And that was the whole thing. Is just like they changed that, and everybody was kind of like confused. Even though it was great to see that, because again, we saw it in Rebels where he was like, so different with them, and then they showed us that. But I mean, again, I don't know. Like, I think it's a possibility because again, why does Omega have an energy bow?
And they recently uncanonized the Ahsoka book too.
Did they really? Oh,
They did.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And they're like really recent, which is weird because I mean they're decanonizing this. Yeah, exactly. And it comes out with like the Disney era. So weird that I don't know. I don't like that they do.
But you see what I'm saying? It proves my theory all the
Wow.
more. You see? So they could just go up in a snap, just change it.
Yeah.
It's
So
like
everything from 2015, it's like everything from like 2013 up to 2016 is like slowly being like changed to fit the new narrative.
Yeah, it's literally it's going away, and I think and it's so sad because they're the ones making the books. Well, they're behind it, but it's like, then why are we changing it? And it's like, are we not going to follow this? I don't know. And that's why I say it's like that's what leads me to believe that possibly we could get Ventress. That is, I mean, or hear me out, Barriss Offee.
I literally just did a quick up on how much I hate her.
You hate her?
Absolutely hate her. She did my girl Ahsoka wrong.
Well, that's another theory that people think Moses is going to be Ingram.
I feel like that'd be too far though for her to play. I don't think she would survive that long. But then again, I don't know.
She could be like one of the Inquisitors because I mean she does turn to the dark side.
She does.
She
I mean, she
does.
was
She does.
also in prison.
She was.
But,
And
like, but also speaking on the books, because I don't know if anyone's have recently like purchased or read them, but all the High Republic books, I want them to at least. I mean, I'll probably like be in my 50s when they do this, but I want them to do something with the High Republic because that was.
I haven't gotten.
I highly
past the
recommend.
first book.
I highly recommend.
Oh,
if you
that
haven't
first
read
one
them.
was tough.
It was hard.
It was
to read.
I haven't gotten
It was
through it.
confusing. It was very confusing.
I
It was
bought
a
it
tough
like
one.
I bought it probably like right when it came out.
Yeah.
Still haven't finished it.
Yeah, it's hard.
pretty brutal.
Yeah.
I heard the end picks up, but I mean, I don't know. I got the comics. I'm still not even.
No.
I didn't read the book. I got the comic. I was really disappointed, to be honest. I mean, you know, yeah. I mean, you know what it is. I think you know, and it's like, I think it's one of those things that they're trying to do something different, but it's like they're trying to go that kid route, and it's cool to have all these different characters. It's really nice. But it's like, I don't even think we want that. I don't think the fans, like personally me, like I'm going to say other than the Kenobi show, which whoever knows me here, and I know maybe Zach, you're excited for it too, is the Acolyte. Like, I want to see more Dark. I want to see more Sith.
Finally.
Okay, so we can talk. Like, I've been waiting for a show like this for the longest. Like, to be honest, like, I think again, High Republic, it's cool for kids. I think it's very nice. Like if you have a kid, you can let them read that, show it to them. Like the fact that I got to see pirates and all that, I don't want to. Like I'm not even for that. My opinion, it's cool, but like think about this: who wouldn't want to see Knights of the Old Republic? Like
no, that's true. I mean, I think the reason why I like the High Republic because one, my friend was working on the publishing for it, so I got really really excited for her because it was like her biggest thing that she's done. But also with pirates, we saw it in Clone Wars. Like Hondo Ohnaka is a pirate, and all of them are pirates.
I mean,
so pirates are not new to Star Wars either.
No, they're not new.
And people love Hondo. That's the thing. It's so much.
I would love to
he's
see that.
He's in the ride. I'm
not saying it's not new. I know it's not, but I guess what I'm saying is it's just like I want to see more Sith. I don't want to see other side. Like I just want to focus on the Sith. We've been so focused on the Jedi for so long, and I'm not saying like, oh, well, we have gotten Sith, but I want to see a darker tone in Star Wars. We've been too Disney, we've been too PG for so long. I need something 18 plus. I'm sorry, like I really want that. Like I want you to get like that. Season 7 was good, but it's still not,
season 7 gets pretty dark.
That's like saying episode
from a Sith standpoint, like
it's not. But I mean, with Disney, it's never gonna get like that.
Yeah, but they only keep it dark in the comics. Like the Vader comics are probably like the darkest thing they have done, regardless, all of them, and they won't deviate from that.
Yeah, and I guess like that's one of those things where I've said like, you know, the Acolyte has to be that door for them. To be honest with you, they have to get it right. I mean, it's 50 years. I'm sorry. 50 years before the prequels. You have Sidious, you have Plagueis, you know, and you can do a lot with that.
I mean, Palpatine, like his story is crazy. Like I don't think Disney. As much as I would love to have a dark side, like I'm not personally a dark side person, but I like dark stuff. I mean, he kills his whole family like on a ship. Like his story is absolutely insane. I don't think Disney would ever touch that because it's Disney.
And
I don't think it would ever get that dark. You know, I don't think it would get as dark as we would want it to be.
Right. I think Revenge of the Sith like that would be the darkest, to be honest.
Yeah.
That fight scene I think is going to be the darkest they would go.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah, and I mean, I would love to see more, you know, like, and I guess that's why I say like the Acolyte has to be that introduction. Like, maybe that can change the tone for Disney in a sense of for the Sith. I don't know. Maybe what do you guys think of that?
I personally think, and this is going to be a little bit like weird to like venture off to, but especially with all the purchases Disney has been making with acquiring different studios, we're seeing that Disney is trying to become a full range of things rather than just G and PG. We're now trying to see like, you know, once they bought like when they bought Fox or when they bought all these different news networks. I'm just like, okay, so Disney's now moving Do you know what I'm saying? Like they're no
No,
longer.
I do, yeah.
It's no longer. It's no longer Disney Channel. It's no longer like Disney Channel original movies.
Yeah.
Like High School Musical. It's like, oh, we're now like this. I'm gonna be very honest. Working as a Disney cast member, the second I saw that they bought The Simpsons, I'm like, it's done. We're now moving past like being kiddie on TV. They bought The Simpsons. It all just it's now completely different.
They
Like,
changed
Disney's
my
not the
mind.
same.
They kind of changed my mind after seeing a Falcon and Winter Soldier. About how
That's
dark
true.
it got, and I kind of want to see like DC darkness with a Disney money. And I think it's gonna, and
Like
I think it would be amazing.
Like the
I
Snyder's
really want to
Cut.
see.
Like the Snyder's Cut. I would want to see something like
I
that.
really want to see the Sith. Like the Sith in. Have you guys seen The Boys? At all?
Oh God,
I've heard of it.
I don't think they're gonna go that far.
I want to see that dark. Like if I want Sith, I want The Boys dark. Just straight up gruesome. Like no mercy, just murking people. That's what I want to see.
No, dude, I'm in the same boat as you. You know, I think it would be awesome. That's why I say like I feel like that show, and it's also too like, and by the way, that show, and I've said it before, it is going to be female based, which it could be the Night Sisters. It could be something like that where they touch on that, and maybe one of them becomes a Sith, and it starts off like that. And I'd be cool with that. Honestly, I'd be game for that, to learn more about the Night Sisters at that point. I'd be game for that. I think that's a really cool story arc. You know?
Does Disney have the rights to the New Mutants? Isn't that one kind of dark? I don't know if it's out or not or yet.
That was the last thing Fox officially did.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say,
It was
isn't
like
that
getting
pretty
into
dark?
X-Men. Yeah,
I haven't seen it at all.
It's bad.
I just know it's like dark, but
If it's
You said
not
it's
Hugh
bad?
Jackman and Halle Berry,
Yeah.
I don't want it, to be quite honest.
I'm a big
It was-
that's my first fandom was the X-Men, and
Yeah. Same,
yeah,
the TV
so,
show
yeah.
as a kid.
Oh
Yo.
God, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I
I
still
can
watch
hear
that
that
one.
theme song in my head right now.
But they,
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I was very mad at Disney about when they teased that in WandaVision, and I'm still like, I totally am.
Ralph Boner.
I'm so pissed. I'm so mad. Like I want to see them all bring that in, but we'll see what happens.
I think that's a good point to bring up, though. Honestly, Mariah, because
Yeah.
if you look at WandaVision, right, like, yeah, they didn't go as dark as a lot of us were maybe hoping in that show, but there were some really, really dark like tones in that movie.
Yeah.
So I think that they're treading towards trying things like that, you know, because I mean,
Yeah.
They're
you look
dipping
at
their
the dark
toe in the pool.
Yeah, you look at the Darkhold, right? Like
They could have
Darkhold
done it
is a
though.
book forged in hell, like you know,
Yeah.
like, that's dark shit. So like
Mhm.
they're trying it, and I think they're trying to see how people are you know accepting it. You know what I mean? And so they're
But that-
I don't know.
But that's the thing. I think we've all been wanting it for so long. Like I don't like.
Well, look at the fact they own Alien now, right? Like they're toying around with the idea of the Alien thing, right? There's no way to make a PG. I mean, I say that, and then there was Alien vs Predator, and like you know what I mean? Like you can commercialize the shit out of it, but Alien is such a dark franchise. Like, and I would say the scariest Alien was the first one.
The
Like
first one.
that movie was terrifying. You know what I mean? Like, and so
My father has the
about,
figure of it. I hated it, bro. I hate that figure.
Yeah.
Oh, that
What
Alien
about Deadpool
Bride.
though?
That's another one. Yeah, dude. I want to see.
Do you think Disney's gonna Disney up Deadpool? Like, or are they gonna keep it?
No, they're
I think
putting
that's a
their
big mystery.
no, they're putting
Because if
their
they-
other logo. Technically, it won't be done by Disney. It'll have Disney's. What's their other thing that they bought? It's they're putting there's Fox, Disney, and there's another one that they're going to put
They have
that logo.
Miramax, I think.
I can't remember, but they're putting their third party on Deadpool.
Didn't they buy Hulu?
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah,
put their
it's
third,
yeah.
put their third party on some Sith stuff, and we'll call it
Yeah.
a day. And I'm
That's
good.
what
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Touchstone. I think it's Touchstone. I think something like that.
Yeah,
Touchstone
sounds
and
right.
Miramax.
I'm not
either
sure.
or.
Yeah, that's it. That's who's technically making the Deadpool movie.
Oh
That
wow.
makes
okay.
sense.
It's like they
I
don't.
mean,
you
if
just
you're gonna
don't
rule,
wanna-
if you're gonna rule everything, I mean, you think about even like the concept of Thanos, right? Like we got everybody back, but Thanos straight up just like mass murdered hundreds of millions of people. Like that's a dark tone too, you know.
I mean,
So, like,
John Walker killed someone.
Yeah.
That is true.
Oh my
With
god.
the
That was
shield.
brutal. Like, that was a pretty brutal. Like,
yeah, Falcon and the Winter Soldier
Yeah.
did
I
not hold
screamed.
back.
Yeah, I
And
actually screamed during that part.
and I loved it. I was there for
That was
it.
a great show. That was a great show.
Great.
No, I
Yeah.
mean they like I said, they definitely have the means. They can do it. We've seen it. It's just I don't know. Do we think that they're scared to bring it into Star Wars?
I don't think so. I think what they wanted to do, especially, is see how. This is what I've been realizing with Disney after working there for 7 years. That they look to others and see how others are doing it and seeing how their audience will react to it. So with Marvel, with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I personally think Star Wars will get dark at some point.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's now because of testing it on Marvel. They're like, let's see how
They're using as Marvel as the dummy.
Yeah.
they're literally
I mean-
using Marvel as a dummy. They're like, look what they did with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That show was like a lot of dark. They had a lot of dark. I'm sorry, but that scene literally when John Walker murdered him, like right there, I'm just like, they're not gonna really just. I thought they were gonna cut to something else, but when you saw him going like this, I'm like, oh no,
Oh,
that's
I
on camera.
screamed. Yeah.
That is right there. Oh no! And then in WandaVision, like there were some dark tones in WandaVision, and I didn't think that was gonna happen. But I think with how great both WandaVision, obviously we saw from how many awards it got, and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I think Disney's gonna start playing with being darker with Star Wars, but it also has to be something that not only Kathleen Kennedy has to be okay with, but it has to be something that everyone they're entrusting to be a director for Star Wars is okay with making it darker. Because it's just like you tell a director saying, hey, I want you to direct something with Star Wars. They're just like, oh, okay, gotta tread light waters. Where's Dave Filoni? Where's Jon Favreau? Like, where are my boys at to help me out here? They have to be okay with going darker with Star Wars.
Yeah.
Should they? Yes. Will they? They're slowly gonna get there.
Get the director of Batman. Get that in there. I don't know who directed Batman. Can't
Christopher
think of who it was,
Nolan.
but
Yeah, Christopher Nolan.
Christopher
They're not-
Nolan. Yeah.
They're not completely against like a dark like mass murdering of like for a Sith because
Children.
look at there's that obviously, but look at the end of Rogue One, right? Like that was a Disney property. They did that with the Disney umbrella.
Everyone's died.
Vader was just slaughtering dudes. It's like to the point where the guy
Bro.
first,
Oh my
the
god.
guy
the only
was
thing
hopeful
that-
at first. He's like, open the door, and then he sees these kids like, never mind, just take this. I'm
Yep.
the guy.
Oh.
Take it.
I mean, only thing they have to do
Yeah.
is like tell parents to put a parental
Yeah.
control on it,
Yeah.
so then kids won't see it.
The following program
Honestly-
features Siths beheading people. Please, parents, advice.
If I were to have,
I mean, there'll be no
kids,
blood,
my kids
so-
watching that.
Well, I mean,
there'll be no blood, so it's good, right?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
cauterizes
Yeah.
the wound. You're good.
you
No
know,
blood.
it's
PG
okay.
13.
That's it. Just people screaming, running for their lives. Like, no.
Whatever.
I
That's
think
all.
we say this, but like because I think some people were mentioning that they're anime fans here. But like we've seen like growing up that some anime got really, really, really dark as a kid. And when I was watching it, like I remember seeing I saw Attack on Titan when I was younger, and I was just like, imagine a kid watching that, and I'm like, no, there's kids watching Attack on Titan. It's like there's
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Kids
Like,
are
they're-
desensitized now.
They're
It's
desensitized
crazy.
nowadays. They don't care.
Oh, yeah.
So
My
you kidding me?
son is 3. My son is 3, right? He's only 3 years old. And I've been playing the new Resident Evil like religiously. I cannot stop playing it. And so I kept telling him, like, buddy, you're gonna get scared. You're gonna get, don't come, you're gonna get scared. And now he's all, kill the werewolves, daddy, kill them, kill them.
he's
Not
supportive.
phasing him. Yeah, like it doesn't phase him. So I'm like, all right, like,
Yeah, no.
I think Disney's gonna like ease in a little bit. They won't go like full throttle, like super dark, slice heads
Yeah.
off, dismember body parts and make it super evil. They'll just like slide in a little bit, little by little, and then they'll see how the fans and the audiences are reacting and stuff. And so then we'll probably eventually it could go a little bit further. I mean, Revenge of the Sith was pretty dark and stuff, and so
It was.
I mean,
Maybe-
I think they'll ease in a little bit.
Maybe Kenobi will be that kind of easing in,
Yeah.
with Hayden Christensen being Darth Vader. Like it could get kind of dark to like kind of test the waters to see,
I mean, these were
Yeah.
dark times for Kenobi. I mean, again, we
Yeah.
do know like he wasn't talking to anybody in reality. You know, he had no contact. So it's like, I mean, think about it. Like, and this is what I think is going to be so cool to see this show. Like, again, you know, he can't wield his saber in reality, because then it would give it away that there would be a Jedi known on Tatooine. So, and in the comics, it also shows that he doesn't, you know, he uses a staff to fight, you know, obviously whatever, you know, there are mercenaries around or whatever the case may be. So I think it would be dope, you know, to see that side of Kenobi just kind of fighting, you know, and it's like, it reminds me of, and again, it was with the saber, but remember that one scene in Clone Wars when it's him versus Savage and Maul, you know, he kind of whoops their ass, you know, it's the truth, you know, and I would love to see more of that side of Kenobi, you know, just kind of fighting without his saber, you know.
I think we're going to see some dark. I personally think we might see a little bit of a dark side in Kenobi. What I really hope that they do is make it, because we know for a fact when Andor comes out, that's about Cassian Andor, right?
Yeah.
And I remember in Rogue One, he was like, "You have no idea what the Rebel Alliance has done to me." And I'm like, I want to see the bad shit that happened to you. I really hope they go dark with that. I'm like, let me see the bad side of the Rebel Alliance. Maybe I'll go to the Empire. We'll see.
So
the bad side was Saw Gerrera, basically.
Yeah, Saw Gerrera skills would be sick.
Yeah, Saw Gerrera is like pretty extreme, but then again, like Cassian hasn't really met him up until Rogue One.
Yeah.
This is a random question, but this is only because Cal Kestis is sitting next to me right now. Figure. But do you guys think they'll make anything? Cal Kestis?
I think eventually.
I think
we got the second game coming.
But as like a series.
I think that he's highly marketable, and I think that would be smart of them to do it.
And he's still young. Use him.
I really hope so. He's freaking cool.
That's honestly a 3-part game series, like right there.
Yeah.
And then just end it with them like ending him.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, I
was only just because he's sitting right here, so I was just curious what you guys thought.
No. Yeah, I mean, they did announce the second game is coming out in 2023, so I can't wait for that. I'm excited for it. You know,
Same.
so dude, I'm super excited for that. I mean, I don't know, man. It's like, you know, and the thing is like, how are you guys all excited for the Andor show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's gonna be a show of cameos.
I don't know.
It's gonna be a show.
I'm about 50-50. I just want to see Kenobi. That's it.
When I saw Cassian Andor for the first time on screen, I was just like, number one, I loved the actor, very, very attractive. But aside from that, I think what people I went, because I remember talking about Rogue One before I saw it in theaters, like on the first day with my friends, and everyone's like, well, who is this guy? And we're just like, well, obviously we haven't heard of his name, because of the fact that I already knew, obviously when I saw the trailer for Rogue One, I mean, if you obviously as a Star Wars fan, you know what you saw the trailer, you knew the ending, like, because you never heard their names afterwards. So I'm just like, well, he's gonna like, I told my friend, like, he's gonna die, so like I don't know what this guy's gonna be about. But then I saw him and his relationship with why am I blanking on the droid's name? I shouldn't be blanking. K2SO. When I saw the relationship, I'm just like, oh, I love this guy. I love that they have this dynamic with each other. And I'm really excited for Andor, because I feel like Cassian needed his own story. I wish they could have, like, I hope because obviously he knows of Galen Erso. So I hope Galen gets brought up in some point in Andor. But I did love Andor. I did love Cassian as a character. So I'm really excited that he's getting a show. And the actor's still young, so use him.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I mean, for me, I guess I'm kind of like where Mariah's at. I'm kind of 50-50 with it, just because, like, I feel like it's taking away from, like, for example, I think a show that we really need would be a Vader show. Like, I feel like that's more important to me than getting a Cassian Andor an Andor show, to be honest. So that, again, my opinion, I mean, I'm not knocking for whoever does like Andor. You know, I respect it. I just feel like, again, we're like kind of going away from that. And I get we're getting Kenobi, but it would have been nice to get more, again, Sith-based. You know, I know we're getting Aka, but it's like we're always just focusing on other things. And it's like, I don't know, like I always wanted to see a Vader show. Like just literally a Darth Vader show where Vader's just going around looking for Jedi and just annihilating them. Literally. Like literally, that's literally what I just want. I want a show of just seeing that. And you see it in the comics.
They have so many cool, like Darth Hater. You could talk on this, but they have so many cool like fan films of him like in the chamber thing, like all that kind of stuff. I think is so cool how he has that dilemma with Padme still like for years. You know, I think that's so cool. I'd love for them to do that in a in like a Disney production type thing. Like I think that'd be so cool.
I honestly don't think they'd ever do anything with Vader involving a show because he's like, you know, the face of the franchise. And it's like with him, it's you can't use him too much because then it cheapens it. Like Vader's like one of those characters that's like so special. You only put them in whatever you're doing for like 2 seconds.
Like that's why that's why him in Rogue One was so perfect because he was that touch of like you knew he was gonna be there because it's the Empire. But when you saw him and you saw how long he was only in the movie for, you're like, I walked out of that feeling satisfied.
Yeah,
I was going to say that exact same thing for that Darth Hater was saying. I literally was just about to say that. Like, I feel like that's where you'll get people kind of upset because if you think about it,
if they go wrong,
the nine movies are like the legacy of the Skywalkers. So like, you have to be careful about how you use him. Where I would say, like, I know people are excited about the Acolyte. Me too. Obviously, like, you know, that's the only dark side thing that a Sith Lord's going to get. But I would think a really interesting thing where they could have Vader, somewhat of a heavy like tones of him, would be an Inquisitor show. So like to say what you were saying, like just to see like what the Inquisitors went through to become Inquisitors, in fact. And then like how they had to make that transition of like, okay, either you turn right now or you're gonna die just like them. Like there's not, you know what I mean? And then like them having to hunt maybe some people that they were training with, and you know what I mean, like some close friend. Like I just think the Inquisitors are something that they don't touch upon. I just don't think the dark side gets enough love. Just period. I feel like
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm gunning for the Acolytes so bad because it's just like you said, the Siths they don't get, and there's so. It's funny because if you really look at the story, there's so much on like again, and I said it I think on yours, or I think I said it on the High Council. You have like Ajunta Paul being known as the first Sith. You have Naga Sidao. You have all these legendary like Sith that their stories are insane. Again, like Vitiate, like Valkorian, like hopping bodies, like transferring bodies, like that's insane. To know stuff like that in Legends, like you don't see that in. You know, like, again, we don't see that in Disney at all with any of these characters. So it's like to get that, you know, possibly, I think would be insane, you know?
Well, look at, like, even the fact of, like, Kylo, right? I'm not saying this from a bad, like, I actually really like Kylo as a character, right? Why Kylo Ren?
Don't upset some people, Zach.
No. But I'm saying this, right? Like, they were afraid to go that route again, like the Sith, right? Like that was his whole thing. Kylo was never a Sith. He's a dark side user, obviously, yes, but he never became, and like he even states that himself, like kill off the Sith, kill off the Jedi, like we're not doing that. And so like that to me was dumb because it's like that was always the internal battle, story. Like that was really what it was. Like you have the Empire, great, but who's sitting at the top of that Empire? A Sith, you know what I mean? Like it was his rule, you know what I mean? And what ended that? A Jedi, you know what I mean? So like that's always the internal, or like the grand scheme of it all. So yeah, I don't know.
No, dude. I mean, I totally agree with you, and you know, and it wasn't just any Jedi. It was, you know, the most powerful of them all. You know, she is truly the strongest.
Here we go. We're gonna obliterate people into atoms.
You know, so I mean, listen, I don't know when it comes to that. Like I said, I mean, I'm excited for that. You know, for all the shows. You know, in the sense of, and like I said. You know, I said it last week. You know, it's cool that they're finally going to incorporate, which they did confirm that they did. With Darth Revan, you know, coming as a hologram. I think that's really cool because then it sets the tone of this character that we've heard for so long. We've never gotten anything other than the video games. You know, and some like little fan films that you see, like, you know, animated. I think it's cool. I love Darth Raven. I mean, that's, I'm sure you get the name, right? So there you go. No pun intended. You know, I don't know. Is that a character that you guys would love to see, to be honest?
So I'm a huge Revan fan because I play SOTAR a lot. And the thing is like, I don't think they're going to really do a lot with Revan unless they do some sort of like KOTOR game, like a remake. But but even then, they already discussed it, and they don't want to do that. They want to like start after Revan and everything. Like, I feel like they might bring him up in like bits and pieces, but like,
yeah,
as far as a staple, it's crazy because like everybody wants to know more about him, like him and like Darth Nihilus and people like that, because they look really, really cool.
Yeah.
But besides the books, like, it's hard to get like the fandom because they're so dark. You would have to go, you know, to such a darker series.
Especially Nihilus, dude. Nihilus.
I mean, the dude sucks the life out of the world.
Right.
I mean, the fact that he sucks life out of the planets, like, what? Like, that's insane. Like, Nihilus is just like an insane character, and I think like if we got more of him, I mean, I don't know. One of my favorites is Malgus, man. I love Malgus. Like, that dude is like on another level, and I think, and it's cool. Like, they did say that they are bringing that game back. They're thinking about it. So I think the original maker of what is it, Knights of the Old Republic, said that they're going to be bringing it back. I don't know, like, you know, I don't know if they're going to include those characters. I don't know if it's a remake or just, you know, kind of like what you said, Cody, you know, or they're going to kind of talk about it after the fact. I don't know, you know. Yeah, I guess, you know, we'll have to kind of wait and see where they go with that. By the way, guys, what did you think? I don't know if you guys heard this news on Daisy Ridley supposedly being in Mando season 3. What do you guys think of that? I see so many head nods.
Can I just go blank? Can I just?
Oh, well, why?
Why?
It adds up on Disney's end, whether or not here for it. Like, I can see why they're doing it. I can see that, but
well, it's supposedly so these are the two things. They're saying that she's supposed to be in Mando season 3, and they are talking about doing with this new trilogy or movie with her post. I think Para, was it you or was it you? Man, I don't know who it was I was talking to. I don't know if it was you, Zach, or who. But supposedly they're saying that she's gonna be pregnant. She's gonna have a kid, and this is after the sequels that she would have a kid. This has been the thing that was like lingering around.
She got pregnant with a kiss or something like that.
Oh yeah. We were talking. Yeah, no, she got pregnant with the Force touch from Ben. He transferred his life to her.
Force pregnancy.
That's not the way I do it.
We have a lot of kids. A lot.
If you're just touching the stomach, yeah.
Hey, if anything, they might continue that Christmas storyline where she's training Finn, and who knows, they may be a thing because he was after her for 3 movies screaming her name.
That's true.
Screaming.
That's all he did.
That's what I kept saying. I'm like, that was his most important role in Rise of Skywalker. Ray! That was literally all he had to do.
And then she force pushes him like, shut up.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
She force pushes him back into the friend zone. She's all.
What the friend zone looks like.
It's just a hardcore simp. That's all it is.
Bro, real quick too, just as a joke, but Ray is so selfish, bro, because obviously, like my man Finn, he was force sensitive, right? Like they touched upon the storyline in the Lego movie, like, okay, let's dig into that. You know what I mean? Let's go. And then there's like 3 lightsabers in the whole universe right now. This woman goes and buries 2 of them. It's like, so is he gonna share yours? Like that's messed. Like, poor guy, man. Give him his own.
It's true. I mean, there was 2 lightsabers that she could have given my man one of them. I mean, wow. Like,
she's all now. She's like, let me put it in the stand real quick.
I'll be wrapping this up. I'll be putting it away. Who knows? Maybe Finn goes and looks for it and takes it, you know?
I mean, metal detector. It's just a series of him with a metal detector on Tatooine. Just
a deleted scene. He's just digging it.
Or better yet, like a resurrected Grievous, bro. A resurrected Grievous, dude.
It's gonna be Finn and Tatooine like Spaceballs comb in the desert with the freaking the Afro pick.
Man, we ain't found shit.
We ain't found shit.
Yeah,
that'd be hilarious.
Dude, that has to be one of the best lines in that movie. Man, we ain't found shit. Oh man! I mean, for whoever hasn't seen Spaceballs, please go watch it. It is
Go watch
Yes.
it literally, you will die of laughter, that whole movie. I mean, and don't get taken away. No, there's not going to be a Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money. It doesn't exist. It's not a thing.
I wish.
That would have been
So
great.
good. That was like my childhood right there.
Oh, dude, Mel Brooks is the man, dude. Oh my God, it was such a funny movie, and one of my favorite lines. I mean, we all know it. It's like, what is it? I am your cousin's brother's sister's former roommate. So what does that make? What does that make us? Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
My favorite part of that movie is when they're like, "Oh, what's gonna happen next?" And it's like them, like a video of them.
Oh
them.
yeah.
Like I think that was so funny. Like breaking the third wall of the third wall of the third wall is just hilarious.
Oh, dude,
that's all that movie was. And then like
The
halfway
best-
through the movie, they start introducing their own merch as like a the third wall breaks. It was iconic.
Spaceballs the T-shirt. Spaceballs.
No, the
lunch
best
box.
part of that movie, is when they go to the spaceport and then they have the whole cast of Alien there and they redo the thing.
Yeah.
Hello, my baby.
Yeah.
Oh shit,
Oh,
not
dude.
again. He's like, oh shit, not again. Oh man, that is. Oh my God, dude, that's so funny, man. No, but oh man, guys, this has been a good stream. I have to say, I had a lot of fun. I'm so grateful you all got to hop on. Man, like I said, before we hop off, we'll go down the list. Darth Raven, we'll go with you. Let everybody know where to find you, what you have coming up before we go. So the floor is yours right now, my guy.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, Rob. It was an honor to meet and hang out with all you guys. This has been really cool. So you can find me on YouTube, Darth Raven's Blades. You'll see this bird pop up. I do lightsaber reviews. We're on Instagram as well. On my channel, we are trying to change up just a little bit. We're going into more movie reviews and just kind of an all-around one-stop shop for all your nerd needs. So yeah, YouTube is our main stomping ground. So please come by, become part of the flock. We'd love to have you guys.
Yes. Thank you, my brother, for hopping on. Mariah, you are next.
Yes, you can find me at Mariah Carley with 2 Y's at the end on Instagram, Twitter, and on TikTok, and for all her universe fashion. And I'm also on a podcast and YouTube channel called Forces of Fandom. It is a Star Wars and Marvel podcast where we do reviews of. Right now, we're reviewing The Bad Batch, but we did review Falcon and Winter Soldier, so you can find us on there.
Nice. Natalia, you are up.
Well, guys, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And I do have my YouTube channel. I am trying to restart it again. It was an original back in the day Disney College Program YouTube channel, and now I'm making it completely Star Wars because as it should be. But yeah, follow me on there. It's all going to be the same name, simply Natalia.
There you go. You go. Awesome. Clone to Snug, you are next.
Instagram. That's basically what I have all my stuff on.
Instagram.
The series going off again. Sorry, my Siri keeps popping up. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm on Instagram. I took a quick hiatus from building my Captain Rex because I sliced my leg open with a box cutter. We don't have to get into that, but it was pretty bad. So if you are building a cosplay, please be careful with sharp tools because you will go to the ER and have a lot of stitches. So yeah, Clone to Snug, Instagram. And I do giveaways every 2 months, so that's pretty cool. I might be giving away this Cal Kestis soon, so stay tuned for that.
I'm still waiting on mine.
Yeah. So I ordered 3. Didn't know I ordered 3, so I might be giving one away. So usually I just give away whatever I have extra of. So yeah, yeah. So stay tuned for that. It'll probably be coming next month. So
sweet. All right, New Type Sith, you are up.
You can find me on YouTube. We do lightsaber reviews, all sorts of anime reviews. If you're into the Gundam fandom, I do a lot of Gunpla. That's like the model kits. And then I also just dropped a video on more lightsaber reviews on custom ones and a little bit about like the installers, going a little more in detail about like I guess like the franchise of like selling and building lightsabers. Other than that, Instagram, same thing. And Riley.
I'm Spooky Things Designs, things with a Z. I'm on Etsy for all of your custom cosplay needs. I have an Instagram that I need to reboot, so you can find it, but there's not really anything on it. Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Nice. Well, thank you guys again. Power of the Force. The floor is yours.
Well, you can find me on Instagram, Power of the Force, just like Rob said, and
I know I said the name.
pretty easy. Yeah, I mean, I always try to post Star Wars content and fun stuff and all that, everything I see, and anything involving Star Wars or general life, even, you know, wife and 2 kids. So I'm on there, and thanks Dupree for hopping on, man. That was cool that you came through.
Yeah.
Finally.
And, maybe I'll be seeing you at Disneyland. I'll see you at Disneyland one of these days. When things get better. They just said they're gonna open
eventually.
up Disneyland at like 35% now, so California's starting to catch up to Florida, hopefully. So,
Okay, hold on. Florida is definitely at more than 50%. I'm just gonna.
no, we're at they're barely get open 35%. They just announced it today, 35%. Like,
It doesn't look like that though.
I wanted to get that 15%. You know,
See,
no lines, nobody.
The
I
thing
wish I
in
would have
Florida,
gone.
yeah, the thing in Florida, there's no law here. So
No, you're on your own.
Just ran that Florida man.
no, there's no law.
You're on your own. Darth Hater, the floor is yours, my guy. I do want to ask, is it possible we could see one of your Vader helmets? I had to ask.
Oh, hold on.
You just see him start force choking Rob.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you actually wanted to see one. Hold on.
How dare you ask? You will no longer have YouTube.
hey, Dupree, tell them how many you got. How many Vader helmets you got?
Oh God.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No judgment.
9 or 10.
Yo, you passed me, bro.
I love it.
That is awesome.
This is Rogue One right here.
Oh, that is. Let me try to see.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, it's not painted yet, but it's a project.
Oh, that is awesome, bro. That is so sweet. I know for whoever's on here is enjoying that. That is a beauty, dude. Wow.
Soon.
That is so sick.
Yeah, guys. Where can you find me? Obviously on Instagram, Darth Hater 23. YouTube, same thing. I do Star Wars, a lot of other nerd stuff. We mostly do Star Wars, Jurassic Park, Jurassic World stuff. I do unboxings, reviews, all that. You know, we just reviewed our Sideshow Mythos line, so we're doing that slowly as they come in the next couple of weeks. And yeah, stay tuned. We're going to be doing stuff for Vader Part 2.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yes.
Nice.
You do. That's right. I did see that, and we will possibly see. I'm going off of the trailer. From what we saw, we might see a Mace Windu in there. So just saying that was really cool. I know no spoilers, but we did see something like that in the fan film. So I cannot wait. Guys, it was truly a blessing to have you all on here. Before we do, and I do want to ask each and everybody what their favorite movie was. And I'm going to kind of do like a quick, a quick one. I'm going to throw it. Mariah, go. Favorite movie from Star Wars. Oh, you're muted.
Revenge of the Sith.
Natalia.
I'm gonna get hated for this one. Phantom Menace.
No, I'm kidding. Blake.
Revenge of the Sith.
Cody.
The Phantom Menace, actually.
I thought I was the only one.
No, Darth Maul.
Darth Hater, go.
Empire Strikes Back.
There you go. Para.
Just like Dupree, Empire Strikes Back, baby. We're both Empire.
I love how the old guy said Empire. Everybody else like
I know. All the millennials are like,
No, I mean, no, Empire's one of my favorites too. But like, to be quite honest, I could easily quote Phantom Menace more than I can quote Empire. But yeah, I equally love them both.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Sith. It's just that last scene for me.
Yeah, I have that tattooed on my side. So
she's like, that's
awesome.
yeah, I have Yeah, I have the high ground right here tattooed on me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I just got the whole quote.
Yeah, there's
from
a whole
Rollerball.
big backstory.
You
with
underestimate my power. Don't try that.
See, like I said, me and Pata, we were the only one. Like that's all we had growing up. You just had those 3 movies for years. So you know, the rewatchability. That's all you really had.
Yeah.
What about you, Zach? I know you're the last one.
Revenge of the Sith, homie. I'm a Sith. Dog.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
That's a good,
Revenge of the Sith
choice.
makes
That's
it.
still a good choice.
No, that's
Still
a good
choice.
choice. It is. I mean, for me, it's always going to be Revenge of the Sith as well. But I mean, Empire Strikes Back was the one that got me into it because, again, I'll always say it, my dad got me into it with the Laserdisc. For whoever remembers what a Laserdisc was,
I have them.
You still have a Laserdisc?
I have that, and I have them on VHS.
Oh wait, Cody, you guys have Laserdisc too?
Yep.
Oh, you do too.
I watched the first ever Star Wars of my life on Laserdisc in my uncle's house because he had a huge Laserdisc collection, so that's the only way we watched Star Wars when I was
Honestly, I loved Laserdisc. It was like a vinyl. It was like a record. You know, it told like a story. I really loved this. So it would have been nice.
Friday, but
you got the VHS one.
I showed it on Friday, but I got the VHS ones.
Yes, you did. No, but this has been an awesome panel, guys. I can't wait for next week's. You guys were truly awesome. It's been a blessing. I'm so grateful for everybody that hopped on. You know, like I said, it's been so positive. It has been so much fun, so many laughs, and just great memories as we are always continuing to grow. And again, I'm so grateful for my regulars hopping back and the new ones that hopped on today. Thank you guys so much. It is such a blessing and an honor to have each and every one of you guys. Can't wait for the next episode, guys. For whoever's watching, please like and subscribe to all their channels and also follow them on Instagram. Also on this channel, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're always in the know. And remember, guys, I'll say it again. When you subscribe, to this channel, you're not subscribing to any old channel. You are subscribing to the Rogue Side. Thank you guys for joining me. The Force be with you guys and stay safe.
The Force be with you.
Later, guys.
Later, guys.
There you go.